What's happening, St. Mark's? As you can see, I am in a slightly different spot than I normally am. Every Friday, Donna set up this gorgeous Thanksgiving wreath and setup here at the altar, and we just wanted to take advantage of it. You know, this is a great spot to film, and so we're doing it here today. Today, we're going to talk about thankfulness. This is obviously just a primer for Thanksgiving, and so I wanted to dive into the topic, but my phone died, and so I do not have all the scriptures on hand. However, if you want, read through the book of Psalms, read through the book of Proverbs. Pretty much every one of my scriptures came from those two books alone. And the concept that was repeated over and over again in these scriptures was thankfulness specifically to God. When we talk about thankfulness in the Old Testament, it is primarily thankfulness to God. It is always a response to your material conditions right here, and that you reflect that thankfulness back to God. However, this changes slightly in the New Testament. It's still the same concept, but in the New Testament, thankfulness is often referred to as a state of being. It is a place of thankfulness. It is a state of thankfulness. It is a constant sort of mindset that we have going throughout our day-to-day lives. I wanted to highlight that difference in particular because Thanksgiving this year, I think, is going to be difficult for some of us. Many of us should not, cannot, and will not go to visit family. It's a good idea for many of us to stay home. With COVID still being on the rise in many parts of the country, it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous for people who are at risk, people who have asthma, all those different sort of things. So it's important that we don't forget what the holiday is about and what this mindset is about for Christians, because being thankful is a verb. And so in this series, when we talk about verbs, I just take the time to highlight them. And this year, for me personally, it doesn't always feel like there's a lot to be thankful for or about. This year was really difficult. If you know me, I lost both of my grandparents this year. However, in the New Testament, the concept of thankfulness is not something that you just do in response to God, like it is kind of described in the Old Testament. It is a continual state of being. And so this Thanksgiving season, this holiday season, I want to encourage us all, and myself particularly, to always remember to be thankful, not just because of one thing or another thing, but for the entirety of our life and the entirety of our existence, that we would always have that mindset of thankfulness. This mindset Jesus talks about in the New Testament often when he's praying, give us a thankful heart. So that is my prayer for you, St. Mark's, and for me this holiday season. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm very excited for Christmas, but we wanted to focus on the season. My wife's father gets really upset sometimes when he sees Christmas decorations out way before they're supposed to be. And I don't know if you've been around Satellite Beach, Indy Atlantic, but people are already starting to put up their lights. But we want to focus on Thanksgiving for the brief time that it's here. So happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week.